that's what I've got cut this morning. This is some hard maple right here. I come off of friends at churches, and we'll make them something in about a year when it dries out. That really cut nice. That was my first cut on that new blade. Cut real nice. This red oak is cutting just fine on this blade. So far so good. Only had to slow it down one little time, and that was in a knot. I just hit the variable speed and slowed it down just a little bit. So everything's going good. I did have to replace one of my bolts, which I knew it was going to. It was just a matter of time. I just screwed in there, and that lasted 60 to 70 logs. Well, it finally gave up the goose and pulled that and dropped it a little ways, and then come down. So I bolted that with another bolt, and so we got that going on there. And I feel how things are, how they're getting, if they're hot or not like that. Go around here and I'll check the motor, see how hot it is. And as much cutting as again, that thing is not just barely warm. So, so far I'm really liking that blade. It's cutting, doing a good job of cutting. And that's a carbide and bringing the teeth. And now it's time to go get the lawn cart and take this down to the back shed and start stickering it. I've already vacuumed it while this thing was coming back on the sled on the return trip. I was able to come over here with a vacuum and lay them across the joiner and the trash can and vacuum them all off. So that's good. And with them being painted on the ends, and they're sealed, so that worked out pretty good. That was some of that cheap old Lowe's boo-boo paint, or someone got it and they didn't like the color, and so I got a gallon of it for like 14 bucks or so, so it was cheap. And there it is over there on the floor. Anyway, this is working good. I did turn my toggle forward, reverse, just so that the action of the deal, it was lined up with the table. All it was a matter of loosening up and giving it a twist. So everything else is working good. No misses or anything. And so, like earlier in my video, I had this tear out of here, which was kind of exciting for a brief second or two. So I put a reinforcing plate on the bottom and on the top, and then there's 2 bolts and that. So I imagine that cord would break before that would give up now. But anyway, that was just it only had like a 1/2 inch, maybe 5/8 of an inch between here and there. So that did pull out, but it was it held 60-80 logs or so by the time I replaced it. So everything here is going good so far. That's going on my box here. I glued it and screwed it. Yeah, really good. Let's take a couple drops to the concrete, and when something breaks. So this is the area that you don't want to be standing around with your feet underneath that, or a log here, because if this breaks, something up there breaks, this comes moving this way pretty fast until that stops. So you got about 4 feet to run, and then it'll stop. But so far, lumber's coming out really nice and straight, nice, and all the dimensions are good. And my remnants, or whatever's left over, they're generally about 1.25 inches. So when I start getting them to a remnant, the rest of them are right at 1 inch full. So there's that. And got a bunch of cedar here. I'm going to take to an event this weekend at the boys harvest the cedar bark for flint and steel fires. And then there's my cut-offs, and I'll probably get out here and pull this other big one out of here. And things are pretty good size, so I'll get those big ones right there, get them done first, and these other ones, even though they're fulls, that I think I can mill them without having to rip them down the center. That big one over there, I'll have to do something with it.